So this is a gentleman coming up today. He's going to talk about how to be of value and how all this awesome value. He's been in business a number of years for himself, so he knows value when he sees it. So out of Greensboro, North Carolina, I'd like to introduce to some of you who do not know him and present to the others, Mr. Stroza Hill out of Greensboro, North Carolina. Infinity, he's going to share with you how to market the value of the MyEcon membership. Stroza, we can see your screen and you're up, sir. We'll mute out.
All right, all right, all right. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Curry, for the opportunity. And I would just like to say before I move any further, let me tell y'all something. Hawthorne, man, that presentation was awesome. And of course, John Pettifidel, man, you broke it down and you made it so clear of what people need to do if they are a little afraid of building a business, but how to run one so they don't get in trouble. I haven't seen it ever done any better. And of course, my nephew, doggone Torrance. Boy, I tell you, you got it down to a science, and I pray that people are listening, paying attention, go back and review, because you just laid it out, what to say, how to do it. No excuses for a person who wants to win. So I'm just saying it's my pleasure to be on here with such leaders and for the leaders to come. I know they're going to also do an awesome job. So, wow, what training. So I've been tasked to talk about value. And again, I'm just going to give some of my opinions about value, having been in the industry for a while now, and how we are able to help people. If you look at our screen here, you'll see here that we run a financial firm called the Legacy Financial Group. And of course, we are a marriage made in heaven with MyEcon. What MyEcon allows for us is the opportunity to educate people before they eventually become clients. We are blessed to have a firm with over $30 million of assets under management, and we help people achieve personal financial success. Doesn't that sound familiar? That's what we do in MyEcon. So today we're going to talk about value, which is one of the things that, you know, I'll never forget. I think it was Miles Monroe who said, if a person doesn't understand the value of something, they tend to misuse it or abuse it. And there are a lot of people that do not understand the value of what they have in this company. So we're going to make sure you understand that today. So again, as we go further, keep in mind, we are poised to help people who want to help themselves. And once they're educated, we make sure they understand. You have advice from people who can help you put things in place so that you can achieve this awesome thing called personal financial success. So let's get ready to get some value. Now, what I'm going to use in my presentation are some examples of things that I know people understand and usually or probably take for granted each and every day. So on my screen, you see that it says, you see the McDonald's Corporation, and I'm sure everyone on here has heard of Mickey D's, okay? So the question is, what is their value? What is the value that they give to the world, to people like you and I? Now, you're going to hear me refer to MyEcon, and I'm just going to say we call our group the Too Smart University, because we are running a process where people come to get educated about all the things they didn't get educated in their regular training situations, going to school, things of that nature. So when you hear me say Too Smart Evolution or Too Smart University, I'm talking about MyEcon, okay, and our firm, the Legacy Financial Group. So let's take a look at this, and let's see where value comes from. Now, if I were to ask people, what is the value that these companies give to entrepreneurs? If we were open and alive and you could answer, I would, some of y'all would say different things, but I'm just going to tell you for the sake of time. You see, McDonald's offers people what is called ownership duplication. The ability to be in business and have a restaurant where people will be in line at 6 in the morning and stay there until now they're open 24 hours. And again, folks, they bring something to the table for that person who wants to own a business. Now, here at My Econ, we offer ownership duplication also. The opportunity to educate people in such a way that they can change their lives, take control, and put themselves on track to achieve personal financial success. And what they're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is learn all the things that was not taught, that should have been taught to them in all the schools that we've gone to. See, we have a mission to teach and educate those who want to be educated how they can take control of their financial futures. What a value that is. And I'm the kind of guy, and you'll notice, I refuse to let people think what we do is not valuable. What they say back in the day, homie, don't play that, okay? So that's what we do for entrepreneurs. Now, what about this? Think about it. McDonald's, when they got started, they didn't just want one McDonald's located in the center of the USA and everybody had to fly in to get a Big Mac. They had to find some people who wanted to own businesses. See, folks, if they hadn't found those people, you would not have a restaurant on every corner. So how valuable are those entrepreneurs in the process of getting that product out to the public? How valuable is the person that comes in My Econ and says, I want to open up outlets all throughout the United States of America until we go abroad, so that people can plug into something and get the information that wasn't given to them in our traditional educational system, so that they can take control of their finances and not be controlled or under the thumb of somebody else. Man, how valuable is that? We need to think about that. So McDonald's offers the franchise business owner the opportunity to have outlets. You know, here we grow again. That's what they do when they open up another store, put it on another corner with high traffic. Here we grow again. Look, we have hundreds of people on this training today. Some of them are going to take this so seriously, they're going to go and explode. And next thing you know, next time we have this, they've put 1,000 people in business. How valuable is that? I think it's very valuable. So again, if you look at McDonald's and how they expanded throughout the United States and the world, we're going to do the exact same thing, and we're doing it now. So the question is, most people would love to be their own boss. So I believe the first conversation, when I'm talking, I'm looking for that person, because I know that person will bring thousands of people in our organization. Man, how valuable is it to learn how to do that? So, but we understand some things. How do you value the customer themselves? See, folks, McDonald's has what is called a menu. Now, on their menu, they have lots of products and services that you may have or desire. Hamburgers, fish, French fries, you know, premium coffee. Almost put Starbucks out of business when they first launched it for $1 when you was paying $5 for your coffee. So again, they make those things available for their customers. So you got to ask yourself, hold up a minute. What do we do here at My Econ? What do we make available to our customers? Folks, we make financial education and services available to the average person, who some of these big boys that we refer to all the time, they're not knocking on your door. They're not in your neighborhood. They're not calling you up because you don't have enough money. But we will come by and talk to you and say, hey, we can show you why you're not in a position to do what the big boys and girls do because they were educated or they were born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Well, we got one for you. So we're going to teach you why it's important to have a business. We're going to show you how to identify your financial independence number. There's a number out there with your name on it that tells you how much money you need. John Pettiford, he explained that if you're going to have a certain amount of money, if you're going to have a certain amount of income coming in, there's got to be a certain amount of money that you have out there that you don't touch, and the returns of that makes that income, or you got to keep going to work. So we're going to identify your debt freedom date. Man, there's people walking around thinking they'll be in debt forever. Matter of fact, they know they're going to die and pass it on to the next person. not you, because you're going to learn your debt freedom date. You'll know the date and month that you'll be free, and then you can take like Torrance and take that money and continue running your plan. See, folks, we know you're going to travel. Well, if you're going to do it in the most efficient way. Take the money saved and invest it. We know people have challenges with their credit, which is why they're paying these high interest rates, which is why they can't save any money. But if we can improve the score, we can lower the interest rate so we can save more money. And we're going to allow people to tell us, well, I'm straight, man. We okay. We don't need that. That sounds like one of them things. And you're going to back off of that? That's because you don't understand the value of what we do. And Marion Sanders said it best. You have to be a product of the product. You got to own the things we do. Why would you open a store and go buy your stuff somewhere else and you have your own products and services and not using it? See, I learned this, and I'm originally from New York, but when I came down here to North Carolina, somebody said, that dog don't hunt. I said, I like that. That's right. That dog don't hunt. See, when you don't use the products yourself, you put yourself in a position where now you really have to be what you perceive is selling or a salesperson, because you are really a hypocrite. You're not using yourself. If you were using it yourself and saw the benefits of it, you wouldn't have to sell it. You would just share how it helps you, and then people will be attracted to how important it is and how you motivated you are about that which you're doing. And of course, health and wellness. Now, listen to me carefully. We're not crazy. See, with McDonald's, some people just want something to eat. I get it. And in this business, some people just want to help themselves. I get it. But as John Pettiford said, if they're going to take those tax deductions, they better learn how to drive traffic to their website, or you're not in business and you're going to get in trouble. So let's not fake it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do it right. So we've talked about the value from an entrepreneurial standpoint and the value we provide for our customers. I think it's important. So now let's move on. So when we understand these things, our goal is to get money to serve us. See, folks, in the word, money is a servant, but it can't serve you if you spend ye it all up. So you got to understand these things, and we're going to talk about it. So we found some entrepreneurs that want to expand, build businesses so that individuals or customers can have access to this information. How valuable is that? So we now have what we call our elite business membership, okay, for our elite business membership. Now, think about it. What do we do there? We teach people how to generate business income. We call it, for the part-timer, your plan B. You see, everyone should have a plan B. What is your plan B? What happens if something happens to A? Where are you going to be? We don't want that B to stand for broke. Okay? You should have something else you can do just in case. As far as I'm concerned, that just makes sense. That's being wise. Why should I wait till something happens and then have to rush or make rough, quick decisions and end up doing something that may not be above board? I know why people do bad things. They're desperate. Then we're going to show you, because of a business, how to minimize your taxes. Get back that extra money. Jesus showed you, man, you got people that saving anywhere from $2,000 to $1,000 extra coming back in based on what's being taken out of their pay. Man, tore that up this morning. Investment education. See, I'm a little partial because I run an investment firm. I always ask people, when was the last time some of these big boys knocked on your door? But see, we knock on your door because you're in business with us and we help you directly. So we give you that personal touch to what's happening so you can understand more about investing, the emotions behind it. People are scared. So we help them get it together. So let's put a value on it. What is all that worth? You need to know so that you do not, one, sell yourself short and or put yourself in a position where you can't stand up straight and let people know this is what we do. And as Pettiford said, you either want some or you don't. We still love you. Maybe the time is not right for you. However, give me 2 or 3 names of people that have more, that want more out of life than being average and ordinary and might want to do something about it. And I won't bother you anymore unless you personally give me a call. How about that? That's how you get rid of me. Give me those 3 to 5 names. And you'll find out you'll do more with people who don't know you, going through people who know you, because if people don't know you, don't prejudge you. So stop getting upset about my family won't listen to you. They know you. You probably still owe them some money. That's why they're not doing business with you. You forgot all about it. They never forgot it. So folks, think about this. McDonald's expansion plan, they have a program where they find entrepreneurs to open up them outlets. And see, when they do that, they're asking for millions of dollars up front before they even look at you. Now, they got a program to help some minorities where they may go down to $500,000. I get it. They want to help everybody. But most people go in there knowing the value of that business because it's a cash cow. If you own one of them, you don't have to worry about people are going to want some food. What about us? See, folks, we got to ask ourselves the same question. See, at MyEcon, we have a package that gives you everything you need to be successful. Currently is $19.95, $69.95 a month. Please let your people know that's $2.33 a day to manage a business to make your entire life totally tax deductible. And the problem would be what? What's the problem again? The government pays for this so you can have everything that John Pettiford went over, that automated marketing system. You don't have that if you don't have the elite. Put a value on it. Now, next, think about this. Now we have to get out here and market the business. We're going to sell these memberships. Suppose you were on a job interview and they told you at the job interview that we'll pay you $28,000 if you market or sell our income shifting membership, or we'll pay you $70,000 a year to market our elite business membership. Now, y'all don't all have to scream at the same time. Which one would you become more proficient at marketing? Just think about it for a minute.
All of them.
Thank you. See, so my point is made. Yeah, we have to, but which one would you market if you understood the value of your business? Okay, so now let's think about it. We're still talking about value. Let's look at some definitions. I looked up in one of the Oxford dictionaries, and they said that when we talk about value, is the amount of which a thing can be exchanged in the open market. Wow. Okay. But if you don't know the value of it, you might lowball yourself and be working for nothing. I don't know. So you need to find out the value. Worth is estimated. Set a high value on your time. Again, I would ask, what is your time worth? I know what mine is worth. You see, I know what I get paid per hour to talk to a client. So again, I'm not going to lowball what I do because of the value we bring to the table. Take pride in that. I think it's important. I think people respect you more. How about this? It says, in full value of money, something well worth the money spent. That means the client needs to feel good about the transaction they just made. See, I don't allow our team to call it a fee. That monthly amount is not a fee. That's an investment. You're investing that every month because it has the potential to make you money. If the brain perceives it that way, it won't get into trouble that when times get hard, you know how people do. When times get hard, they look at, what's the first thing we can get rid of? They'll drop their membership. They'll stop paying their life insurance. They stop investing. See, they stop doing all the things that really should have high priority, but they still got their cable. They still got their cell phones. They still got the Mickey Mouse stuff that they really should do without, but they got rid of the important stuff. You know why they do that? because they don't understand the value of what's important and what they have. We might need to talk about that a little more so we can change the way people think so they can give high priority to important things and minimize some of them other ones. Cut off that cable. You don't get paid watching television. You don't, people say, I can't come to me because we bowl every Saturday. We bowl. Yeah, are you on the circuit making $100,000 for bowling? No, you're just spending money. Cut it out for a period of time. Get your house in order. Then go buy you a bowling alley and make money off of it. So what's the secret? Let me tell y'all something. We heard the secret this morning. See, my nephew, Terrence, he broke it down. He made it plain and simple. The secret, folks, is your job is to politely disturb people by asking them qualifying questions. Your job is to ask questions. See, we know new people coming here. Notice what it says, no telling. We know what new people do. They're so excited, they be telling people, man, you need to do this. You can do it. Yeah. And they wonder why they can't put people in business, because you telling. When you're telling, people that you talk to think you need them. They think they're doing you a favor because you telling them. When you tell somebody something, the person believes you lying to them. So immediately, nephew said it, stop telling, okay? Your job is to ask questions to control the conversation. Why is that important to you? What would you do with the extra money? If we could show you how to get it, would you make yourself available to get the information? If it even required maybe taking a half a day from work to come to one of our conventions or to get on a training so as to learn how to change your life, you would actually do it. I just asked him questions to see what the responses are. And then I fill in the gaps from that. And he had a sheet to show you how to fill in the gaps. Oh my gracious. No excuses for people who want to win. Then you lead them to the conclusion that's in their best interest. John Pettifordell said it, I don't see how they can really prosper big time if they don't have the elite program. See, I believe that's in their best interest. So I personally am going to be talking about what's in their best interest. But I am listening, as nephew said, I'm listening because there might be some issues there. Maybe money might be tight, but I'm wise enough to know how to make that decision and solve that problem for the client. So again, lead them to the conclusion of what's in their best interest. If they already knew, they probably wouldn't be talking to you. And then you have to close the deal based on the information gathered. See, I know whether I can close them on the elite. I know whether I can close them on something less than the elite. See, that's why you come to training, to learn what to do. See, folks, it's very important that you understand the value of your business. So what is its value? And I'm almost through. What is the value? You see, people will go with the cheaper price if you show it to them. I think there's some things you don't need to show people. It opens up the door. It opens up Pandora's box for a whole lot of different discussions or objections that you probably would not have had to handle had you not opened up Pandora's box. See, I'm going to show you what's best for you, and I'm going to listen and take it from there. Now, again, we're all independent contractors. Y'all do what your leaders tell you to do. I'm not telling you, you do what they tell you to do. That's fine. I'm just giving you my opinion on what I believe is respectable and right for a client we bring in business. See, people want the lowest price, but not necessarily the cheapest. Now, we might need to look at an example, test this one out a little bit. People want the lowest price. I want the lowest price, but not necessarily the cheapest. There's a difference. Here's an example. You see, we can get this car right here. It's a car. It'll get you from point A to point B. Don't get hit by a truck. Don't get hit by another car. You might be in a little trouble, but it can get you to where you want to go. Or we might get in something a little bit faster, a little better. See, that one over there on the right, that's the elite program. That one over there, right? That might be, the little income shifting. See, income shifting helps everybody, but it might take you 7 to 15 years to get that together. Now, don't get me wrong. That beats 40 years on a job to find out at the end you're still broke. Okay? So a person can get in here, follow the steps, do all the things we teach. It might take a little longer to build up that $500,000, $1 million to replace that income. Or we can jump on over here in Elite and start sending out posters to everybody in the world, let them billions of people see what they haven't been taught, and they might want to get in business with you. Which one of them is probably more valuable for the people we're talking to? I wonder which one. See, we're not going to know which one if we're not utilizing it ourselves. I like the 3 to 5 year plan. See, when I found out through study, folks, that the Israelites was in the desert for what? 40 years. And then they did a study and found out they could have crossed that desert in 11 days. See, the 40 years, that's the income shifting. The 11 days, that's the elite program. Give me the 11 days. Let me get through this desert so I can get me some place nice and have me a nice, cool beverage. Now, so again, in closing, think about it. You see, folks, what is the cost of doing business? Have you thought about it? What is your investment yourself to be able to do business? What are you worth? Are you running a business or a nonprofit? I dare to say what I see people do is that latter. I'm running a business. This is not nonprofit, okay? So you need to make the distinction. Only show a cheaper amount after establishing the true value with all the benefits. You see, we're going to show people everything that we do. That's the elite program. Okay? Now, I'm not naive. I know some people will want to downgrade it, this, that, the other. I get it. But it's your responsibility to make sure they knew up front, this is the deal. This is the investment to get wealthy. Now, if you have to make adjustments on that, you listen, as Tarn said, and then you as a pro make that decision and help them out. Drop close to cheaper only to keep from losing the transaction. We're not crazy. We're not going to let them walk away because in their mind at that time, maybe they are going through some things because we know how to put them in and get them started. But we should only go there after they know what the real deal is. The problem is people go there right from the get-go, and then when it's time to upgrade or understand more, people have a problem with it because they see it as spending more money. If they understood it from the get-go and then had to come in here, then they know that that's something they're fighting for. It's easier to get them to do that because they knew that from the beginning, not finding out on the back end. And now I feel deceived. Why didn't you tell me that? I didn't even know that. I didn't know it was going to run out, in 30 days, How about this? What is your time worth? You should calculate. What is your time worth? It takes the same time to market either membership. So if I said we'll pay you $28,000 a year or $70,000, and I'm spending the same time, which one am I going to probably get a little more example? Now watch this. I'm going to give you an example of something. Now I want y'all to think about it, and I'm through. Let's say we add it up, and I'm sure today you're going to see the true value of what we do. It's in the thousands. You could not, John Pettiford said it best, you could not put all those things together and get it for what we market it for. Couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. Valued in the thousands. So let's say it's $1,200. But a person saw our presentation. We said, if you will get in by Friday, this coming Friday, we'll let you in for half off. $599. Woo! However, if you got on Alvin Curry's training today, we'll give it to you for $119.95. Y'all ain't got to unmute. What would people do if that's what they saw? We'll have $119.95 coming in here like hotcakes. See, price is only an issue in the absence of value. But if you never show them the value, then they don't know that. Now they're looking for the cheapest. I ain't the cheapest. I'm the best. There's a difference. So the example is this, and then I'm through. Think about it this way. We talked about McDonald's. So clothes cheaper, one-on-one, not with the masses. If I was talking to people at 1995, and even since that somebody had a problem with that, I would pull that person offline and deal with them one-on-one away from the crowd. Because I don't want to open up Pandora's box with the crowd. I handle that one-on-one. Ain't no problem. All right, Bob, look here. I see that you broke and all tore up inside and out. Let me ask you a question, Bob. If we could lower it even a little more today, how much do you feel you can make as an investment in your future today? Bob says, man, I know I can do at least half of that, at least $50. So what you're saying, Bob, is if we can get it to $50, that you would be in a position to take advantage of that right now. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Well, how would you be taking care of that, Bob? Would it Visa, MasterCard, Discover, or American Express? Visa? Bob, do you have that card on you now? Yeah, let me take a look at it. I'll look at the card. I'm looking to see whether it's a credit card or a debit card. I want credit card. I don't want debit because you may not have no money in your account. I'm here to close the deal. I'm a businessman, okay? I'm not nonprofit. So I said, so what you're saying, Bob, if we can get this down to a manageable amount, we can get you on business day. Yes, yes. Tell you what, Bob, hold up a minute. Let me call my upline. Hey, Alvin, let me ask you something. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, what? Really? Okay, thank you. Click. Man, this is your day. How about $39.95? We'll get you started. That's our starter program. And then we'll talk to you about upgrading a little later. Man, I'm in. Close the deal. See, my mind says that's how we utilize the second one as a downplay because a person, we sensed an issue, put him in, but that person understood the value. I don't have a problem with values. So that's the deal. So look at these McDonald's. What's the difference? See, the one over here on the left, full service. They got everything. Something's missing at the one on the right. So I'm going to call the one on the left, that's the elite business. Man, it has automated marketing. It has the social media training. It has the travel combo. It has the income shifting membership education. It has everything. But that one over here to the right, it has no drive-through. It has no automated marketing system. It has no social media training where you pull all that content and put stuff out on Facebook. And you sure enough not traveling. It has no travel combo. No drive-through. See, folks, are we selling, are we marketing the elite business of which is what we are? Are we just trying to show people how to get something with no drive-through? So the choice is yours. Now, again, this is just an example of value. Y'all get with your uplines leaders, do what they say, no problem. But we don't want people running around thinking this is some Mickey Mouse deal because they saw and heard some little cheap price. They didn't put no value on it. And then when they realized they had to participate, do some other things, they just quit. I ain't in that business, and neither are you. So, Mr. Curry, I'm going to turn it back over to you. And if anybody needs our services, feel free to give us a call. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. And we service a lot of people. Trust me. We help a lot of people get on track for personal financial success. Mr. Curry, it's yours.
Wow, man, Stroh, that was awesome. That was awesome.